Money. We all use it daily. But what if I told you that the very thing we rely on for survival was not created just for trade? What if money, as we know it, was never meant to empower us, but instead to control us? What if from the moment it was created, money became a tool of the powerful, manipulated, controlled, and twisted for centuries to serve their interests? The first form of money was born out of necessity. In ancient times, people exchanged goods and services directly. But over time, gold and silver emerged as trusted, reliable mediums of exchange. It seems simple, but what if I told you greed quickly crept in? Do you think that rulers and elites saw this system as a mere tool for trade, or was there a darker plan in play? Around 2500 BC, the Mesopotamians began using silver as currency. At first, it worked perfectly, fulfilling the needs of the people and facilitating trade. But soon, as empires grew in size and influence, rulers realized something far more significant than trade could be controlled: the very wealth of entire civilizations. With money in their hands, they didn't just control trade, they controlled power. It was at this moment that the first signs of manipulation appeared. Rulers began tampering with the purity of coins. They started reducing the silver content of the currency, making the coins look the same, but worth far less. To the public, the coins still appeared valuable, but in reality, they were slowly being replaced with counterfeit gold and silver. People continued to trade these coins, unaware that their wealth was being stolen from under their noses. This practice was the beginning of inflation, a force that erodes the value of wealth, and it spread silently, unseen, yet far-reaching. The terrifying part: the system didn't just exist in ancient times. The same manipulation of money is happening today in the modern world in ways we don't even realize. Who controls your money? Who decides the value of the dollar you hold in your hand? Today's money may not be made of silver, but the systems that manipulate its value are the same. Those in power, the central bankers, the elite, and the politicians, control the currency and therefore control you. The question is, how long can we trust a system that was built to fail? And when that trust breaks, will you be ready for the collapse? From ancient civilizations to the rise of modern banking systems, money has always been the secret weapon that keeps people in line. But how do we go from trusting solid silver coins to relying on paper and digital currencies? The answer is more insidious than you may think. In the medieval era, monarchs realized they needed more than just armies to hold power. They needed control over their economies. And what better way to control a nation than through the money it used? When European monarchs needed funds for wars, they didn't ask their citizens to pay higher taxes, they simply devalued the coinage. Over time, they manipulated the currency, making coins worth less with each passing day, while still using them to fund their lavish lifestyles. This form of subtle inflation drained the wealth of the people while keeping the elite, the nobility, and the monarchy untouched. But who did this really benefit? How could this system that was supposedly created to stabilize economies only lead to the erosion of wealth for the common people? Fast forward to the 17th century, and we witness the birth of modern banking. The Bank of England was created, purportedly to help fund wars and stabilize economies. On the surface, it seemed like a good thing, but in reality, it was just another tool for control. It wasn't the people who benefited from the Bank of England. It was the wealthy bankers and investors who controlled it. And the public paid for it, not just with taxes, but through inflation and devaluation. So, how did this financial system, which was supposedly created for the benefit of the people, end up enriching only a small elite? Why is it that the wealthiest individuals never seem to lose, even in times of economic collapse? Could it be that they were always in on the game? Could it be that this system was designed not to empower, but to oppress? In the 20th century, things shifted dramatically. Governments no longer needed physical coins or paper currency to control wealth. They could print money at will, without any backing other than trust. The creation of the Federal Reserve in 1913 marked a pivotal turning point. It allowed the U.S. government to print money at will, and with it, debt became inevitable. The public had no say in the matter, and yet they were expected to shoulder the burden. And now, in the 21st century, money has become nothing more than numbers on a screen. Trillions of dollars can be printed with a single keystroke, backed by nothing real, but sustained by trust. But what happens when that trust is broken? We live in a world where the value of our money hinges on a fragile belief. What if that belief shatters? When the dollar in your pocket is worth less than yesterday, when your savings vanish overnight, what will you do? The entire system is built on a house of cards, and when the collapse comes, will you be prepared? The history of money is a story of power, manipulation, and control. From the emperors of ancient Rome to the central bankers of today, the game has always been the same. Those in power have used money as a tool to control the masses, and we've been playing their game without even realizing it. If you want to uncover more about the hidden history of money, hit subscribe. Join me as we continue to unravel the secrets that have been buried for centuries. The truth is out there, and I'll show you exactly where to look.